Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to ask the question, how many more Americans must die before President Joe Biden reverses the 60-plus policies that he put in place that led to our border being wide open? We know that under Sections 1182 and 1225 of Title VIII of immigration law, the President has the authority to secure the border and uses discretion to implement policies. Sadly, the President has used his discretion instead to completely dismantle our southern border, allowing for dangerous gang members, criminals, smugglers, and illegal immigrants to enter. Right now, the President can end catch and release. He can reinstate remain in Mexico. He can make changes to asylum and parole. He can expedite removal of individuals. He can shut down the border altogether, and he can cut off funding to nonprofit organizations, non-government partners who are basically allowing people to travel all around our country. Again, sadly, President Biden used these authorities instead to dismantle the policies of President Trump. As a result, we've seen so many Americans being killed. They've come over our border, illegal immigrants, and I'll read you some of the headlines. And this is just from this year alone. Illegal immigrant from El Salvador charged with murder and shootout that killed 2-year-old boy, injured teen mom. Venezuelan illegal immigrant charged with sexual assault against 14-year-old in Virginia. ICE confirms that a Georgia student murder suspect entered U.S. illegally and was previously arrested in New York City. 5-time deported illegal alien accused of killing 10-year-old boy walking home from school. Honduran illegal migrant arrested for rape of girl, 14. Stabbing man during knife-point robbery. Illegal migrant charged in Michigan woman's killing was deported under Trump but snuck back in, according to ICE. Illegal immigrant deported 8 times with 11 arrests, now charged with murder in Ohio. These are just some of the victims of President Biden's open border policy. If we go into last year, we can talk more about an illegal immigrant who had an outstanding warrant for attempted strangulation, approached a car and shot a woman 7 times because she wouldn't hang up the phone when he asked her to. An illegal immigrant was charged with sadistically murdering a 16-year-old Texas high school, stabbing her to death and dumping her body in the bathtub, and her body was discovered by her mother. An illegal alien released by the Biden administration was arrested for raping an 11-year-old girl, strangling her to death after knocking on the door of her home. An illegal who entered our country under the Biden administration was charged with driving a minivan into a school bus full of children, flipping the bus and killing an 11-year-old boy. An illegal alien repeatedly stabbed and mutilated individuals and then dumped them in a field in Daytona Beach, Florida. And an illegal immigrant was arrested for murdering a 57-year-old, a mother of 3, and a grandmother of 4 in Texas. This is a 5-minute speech. I'm only allowed 5 minutes, or else I can go on and on and on. So again, I will ask, how many more murders of Americans, whether it be by stabbings, drunk driving, shootings, or fentanyl, will it take before the President reverses his dangerous policies at our southern border? Or the Senate takes up our legislation, H.R. 2, the Border Security Act, which would require him to take action at the border. Giving the President a little more discretion, as the Senate has suggested, is not going to resolve the issue because the President is not using the discretion he currently has. We need to require him to take these actions to reinstate the policies of the previous administration that were working, common sense policies, and stop this President from giving parole to individuals who are dangerous gang members, who are wreaking havoc in cities like mine in New York. I yield back. Thank you very much.
Gentlewoman yields back.